So this apparently is the Hickory Run Trail itself, whereas we just came off of the Sand Springs Trail. We're going to follow that a little bit further, and then we're going to cross over the stream and go back onto the Hickory Run Trail up here after we stop for a quick snack. So we're getting ready to turn off here on down into the Hickory Run Trail and walk across this here bridge. Look for trolls. Feel like a billy goat. Look at this. Aw, so pretty. Look at all the little lumps out there, little clumps of moss. And fantastic bridge. Look at that.
Look at that, 2 tree stumps for us to sit down on.
Oh yeah. What luck. Kismet. So pretty. Oh my gosh, I love it. And we get to sit here. I feel so privileged. Just wanted to get some of this little flowing stream. It's so pretty walking by. And we're on the Hickory Run Trail now. And the last leg of the trip, sort of. I think we have 1.5 to 2 miles to go, maybe a little more, but I don't think so. And we're just still walking under this nice wooded area. Lots of downed trees, but most of them have been cut so that you can get through. Over there examining some of them. But my favorite part is just hearing the water while you're walking. Ugh, I forgot to put my all trails back on for the last half mile or so. I turned it off when we sat down for a snack and forgot to turn it on. So anyway, we've been walking through this trail, which has mainly looked like this. And I heard while I was trying to start my all trails up that Walter saw a deer. I saw it going through the woods, but I couldn't get any footage of it. Maybe he got some good stuff. But this is what the trails look like for the last half mile or so. And this is still the Hickory Run Trail. So beautiful. Just so beautiful back there. There's this nice flowing stream right beside us. The trail is easy to follow. And there's already a bunch of fall colors showing up here and there. It's not as good as it's gonna get, I imagine, but still very gorgeous. So we just came out of some pretty dense vegetation. There was a trail, and we came out to a big open area out by the railroad tracks. Some kind of platform here. I just love the way these, I guess, weeds. Look at them. There's so much color. So beautiful. Wow. And then you get up to these, and it's just like a picture that goes on a postcard. It's awesome. And up here is the railroad. And right past the railroad is the Lehigh River. If we get across here, you can see it between the trees over there. So here we go. Down the tracks. So going across these really old railroad beds. This one in the middle is not too bad, but those over there look pretty rickety. And then you got these things over here. I want to get over and get some of the river. Look at that. Way down there. Pretty cool. So we just totally butt slid and bushwhacked down alongside of the railroad tracks, but look what we are next to. That was worth it. So cool. Up there is the railroad we were just on. And down here's this beautiful little waterfall. So we continue to bushwhack our way down, and this is the Lehigh River. We are at the Lehigh River. This is awesome. And he got through somewhere over here. So I'm going to try to make my way through there as well. I have to put my phone away though. And there we are. I wish the camera would pick up how absolutely marvelous and wide this river is. I mean, it's huge. Maybe not the most huge river I have ever seen, but still, it's pretty amazing. And I guess you could probably walk a ways up this through all of these stones and tall grasses pretty far. I don't see a way to cross this river, however. So wow. Okay, just climbed up a hill. I am so out of breath. Right after the river, I climbed up this hill, and then it's going to level out up here, he says. I gotta catch my breath for sure. Okay, we're on this little ridge. You can see the mountains in the background. Pretty view. It's going to be much prettier when all the fall leaves come in. But onward we go through the Shire. Look at this interesting little bush here. Walter says we are walking on the Fireline Trail. And there's lots of color here, really, and lots of views. Different flora and fauna, mostly ferns. This is a beautiful view up here. If I had one of those nice fancy cameras, this would show up so much better, but wowza. And just as quickly we go from that mountainous view over the meadows to back in these pine lined trees, which are a path. I didn't say that right, but you know what I mean. Seeing quite a bit of these very green pine cones along the trail here. They're pretty neat looking. But down we go into the gulch. Just stopping here and waiting for Walter. I haven't seen him in a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. If not, I'm gonna have to walk back up the trail a little bit. Yep, there he comes. He's good. I think he's just filming. What a pretty place to film. Really nice. And it seems like at the end of the day, everything's uphill, which is not ideal. My ultras is already at 6.66, and I did skip. I forgot to turn my app back on when we had a snack, so there's a half a mile missing. So I don't know, the real mileage is going to be over 7 for sure. This is all uphill, uphill, uphill. So we finally made it to this beautiful view overlooking the Lehigh River. Abandoned bridge. Yeah. Look at all these mountains. Wow.
couple dogs.
Dogs? I saw these from the trail right before we turned the corner, and they're 2 little gravestones for puppies back in the woods. Skylar and Casey.
They were great hikers.
Aw, and one was 2012 and one died in 2019. Isn't that something different? Don't see that every day.
It's a good eye by you.
So Walter also found bear scat. Not fresh though. And we only have about 1/3 of a mile back to the car, so onward we go. So we're still walking towards the car, and right alongside the road I noticed this big wall. Walter says he thinks it was a quarry because it's the way that it's shaped. It's kind of rounded and it goes the whole way up. So it could very well be an old quarry, but that's kind of cool. Okay, we made it to the end of the trail. We think it was probably about 8 1/4 because I have 8.1 on my All Trails map, and there was a spot where I had turned off for when we sat down for a snack and didn't turn it on for a little bit. So we think about 8 1/4. And we're here at Walter's bright as hell car that you can't miss. And we're getting ready to head home. It was a wonderful trail. Did you like it?
Yeah, I really did. Like, it was longer than I thought, and the rain held off, and we got to see a little bit of everything. So I was very happy. You know, that last leg was a little long, but hey, I mean, got to see a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Had fun.
I agree. I loved it. And now we're on our way home. So I had a really good time today. The trail was amazing, and I am so glad that I came. I'm really tired from all the hiking. It was a little over 8 miles, but it was enjoyable, so it wasn't so bad. And now I gotta drive home, and I hope to see you all soon. Namaste.